you know, all of the entertainment is expensive these days. You know, no matter what you do. You know, the wife and I just did our podcast about this, and we didn't talk about just movies. We talked about all of entertainment, and and especially, like us, we're living here in Las Vegas. If you live in a large city that is tourist based, it's even more expensive. And that even includes the movie theaters here. Luckily, we live near Sam's Town. And they have discounted prices all week long, which is really nice.
Yeah, $6 to go to the movies is not too bad.
No, but then they nail you in the concessions. Right. But anyway, if you want to check out the podcast that I do with my wife, it's called Why I Can't Sleep, and it's all the reasons that we have insomnia. And it's pretty cool. So I'll drop a link for that in the description. Also, before we get into it today, I want to mention that Ralph and I, if you don't already know, we have a parent channel here at YouTube, and it's called Black Lotus. And if you're into the paranormal at all, or UFOs or cryptids or anything like that, conspiracy theories, definitely check it out. I'm going to drop a link right there right now, and definitely check it out if you're into that kind of stuff. So, but anyway, getting back to the entertainment and movies, it just blows my mind. I was reading not long ago that the average price of a theater ticket is about $9.50 or so,
right.
And which really, for to go see a good movie, that's not a bad deal. But like I said, they nail you with concessions.
Yeah, that's the big thing. The $9, I guess, to me, it's still a little high, but it's not bad. But you're right. When you're going to pay $9 to get in, you're going to spend another $9 just for that popcorn.
Oh, just for popcorn.
Right.
Like over at Sam's Town, like I said, it's $6 to get in, but then it's like $10 for popcorn and then $5 for a drink. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of ridiculous, but then again, after looking into it a little further, I found out why, and that's because of the studios and the distributors. They take their cut for the first like 2 or 3 weeks, so the theater really isn't making any money because they're demanding like 80% of the take. So, and then after, if the movie lasts long enough, then the theaters scrape by with what they can get off of it, So I mean, they're really not making much money off the movie. It's all about concessions, And to me, it's really surprising that they can even stay in business with all the other entertainment venues out there, like streaming, Netflix, Amazon Prime.
Right, for that one $9 movie ticket, you've got a month of Netflix almost.
Yeah, absolutely. And there has been movies. It's not it's not as though they're showing the movies immediately. However, you can buy them and stream them online while they're still in the theater. But it's still going to cost you about $9. But it's only $9 for you and your wife and your friend and whoever's there, So it's not like,
Plus, you can get your own for $9. You can get a whole bag of popcorn for everybody.
Right. Yeah, I know. And what's really disappointing to me is that if I spend that kind of money going to the theater, and sometimes they even make you pay for parking, on top of everything else, So if you and your spouse go out, or you and your date go out or something, I mean, you're looking at spending, upwards to $30, $40 easy, just for one evening of entertainment. But anyway, so what really bugs me about this is when you spend that kind of money on a movie, and then the movie sucks.
Yes.
And you know how I am about movies. I'm very critical about movies. So yeah, by the way, check out our movie reviews as well on this channel. But yeah, it really ticks me off.
When we were talking about this before, I brought up that actually. Dollar for dollar for now to back in the 70s. The 70s were actually when movies were more expensive to go see than nowadays. But like you pointed out, we weren't getting jammed as bad on concessions.
No,
They
it
didn't
wasn't
mo-
so bad.
It wasn't so bad on the concessions, and a lot of times you were getting a double feature.
A double feature, right? Absolutely, and you never ever see that anymore. And like I was telling you, it went away. I think with the advent of the Cineplex things, where they have multi theaters in it. I remember when you and I were kids, we would go to where we performed in the Rocky Horror Picture Show, but it was called the Montclair Triplex, and it had 3 theaters in it, which was just unheard of back then. And now you've got like this Samstown over here. I think it has 16 theaters over at Samstown. And that would have just blown our minds back then, to be able to have that many choices in movies and that kind of thing. Yeah, and I mean, I remember, this is back in the Stone Ages when there was just like one theater, and yeah, you just never see that anymore. And if you do, it's an old broken down theater, but yeah. I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just going to say, nowadays, also, we don't have the movie drive-ins like we used to. And that was a double feature, and it was by the carload.
Yeah.
And again, they didn't jam you on the concessions.
I remember going to those drive-ins and stuffing somebody in the trunk so we didn't have to pay for that guy. Because it was by the carload, but I mean, if you had a fifth guy there, then they would charge him extra, So yeah, it was by the carload if you had like 4 people in the car, And I remember kids were free, as I recall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
didn't help us much.
Yeah, really. But I wonder if the high price of entertainment is leading toward the success of like YouTube, and because. Unless you get YouTube Premium, which you don't really need necessarily to get quality entertainment on YouTube. So it's free, I mean, if you can find a channel that is relatively entertaining, So, and it's cheap, there's no cost to it. So it's nice, I mean, because there's all visual entertainment anymore, like on television and cable and all that, and movies are just, it's just and then on top of all of that, then you have other streaming services that you can attach, like Hulu, and that kind of thing.
Tubi, and there's a bunch of them.
Yeah. And so, they don't charge much, but it's nickel and
It
dime.
adds up.
It does, because like I think Hulu is like $7 a month, I think now, and yeah, so I don't know.
I mean, and they have that. Not even the the TV channels are getting like the ABC or the CBS All Access.
All Access, right.
Which have their own little stores. Prime has their own little stories going, and so everybody has their own movies.
And we have Prime here, and as well as Netflix. And the reason I have Prime though isn't really so much for the entertainment value. Because you pretty much get the same thing on Netflix, but
they're Prime originals.
Yeah, but I buy from Amazon, so I like having that free 2-day shipping and everything. The movies is just
added bonus.
Added bonus, yeah. So yeah, but yeah. So I don't know, man. But even with the price of movies over here at Samstown, where it's relatively cheap to get in, you can't bring your own food in anymore. No. I mean, they'll check your bags, I mean, because I remember like you and Marlena used to go.
Yeah, she'd get in, she'd take stuff in her bag.
Right, and they'll search it now, But, and they say it's for safety reasons, because in case somebody's bringing a gun in there or something like that. But really what it's about their concessions, because they're not going to make any money off of concessions. And that's where they make their money.
Not when we're bringing our own snacks and half a whole Subway sandwich each.
Yep. Yeah. But anyway, let's get out of here, man.
Sounds good.
All right. Hey, folks, thanks a lot for watching, and we will definitely see you next time.